Hi everyone, hi any Patreons or channel members watching this on the replay. Thanks for your continued support, it means the world to us. And hello to everyone in the stream who's with us live. Robert Pacino.
Can we make this better?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're on the edge of the screen.
Let's move up a little bit.
What do I need to... But then, like... Now I'm too far away from the camera because this leg's in the way. Unless I go...
Can we make it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
The monitor's at a weird angle. Nikki Ra's in the house. Sorry, Nike Ra. Nike Ra. Who are you? Where are you? How's the vegan scene there? Have you got any tracksuit bottoms on? We'd like to welcome new people. Maybe T's in the house. Annie Martin, Samuel Harrington. What's pogging?
Yeah, what's
I
pogging?
feel like I'm so old I don't even know what
Is
the
it
kids
pogs
are...
from years ago?
No, probably not.
Oh.
I don't even know what the kids are saying anymore. Probably some weird sex act.
Yeah, it is something rude.
Buddy Paws is in the house with a little schnauzer. Hi everyone, it's the weekend. Yes, happy weekend everyone. What's everyone up to this weekend? What's everyone up to? Andre is up in here. What's up, my Vigs? Chris Grant, good to see you, brother. Richard Musa, hi Paul. I hope that you're both well. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah.
You got your vitality drink.
I got my Thrive. I'm having 2 of those a day at the minute because I was really sick for a few days and couldn't really eat anything. So getting some good nutrition in me.
Majd and Lies in the house. Hi Hench. Hello to you. What, is that your real name? Where are you? What are you up to? How's the vegan scene? Have you got any tracksuit bottoms out? You know the drill. Well, you might not if you're new to the channel. Karen Lovigan's in the house. Hi guys, Gemma, your hair is gorgeous.
Oh, I thank you. We went all blurry because I was moving my hand around. Just did it again. Cool.
Robert Pacino's here. Majd is considering going bald and then saying more bald guys do porn for some reason.
Is that what pogging is? Is it about pogging? I imagined it might be like, they said I'm pogging so hard right now, or whatever they said. I thought it's like a come down or something. That's what I imagined. What is it?
I don't do porn anymore. Stacey Langley's in the house. Andre, it's all going to hell. Cancel this. What's happened? What's happened? What's happened? Stains in the house. Lanta, don't drink milk. It's toxic. Yeah, it dehydrates you apparently.
You just said don't drink milk. It's toxic.
Oh, don't drink water. I meant to say.
In your mind, you were thinking.
Yeah.
Milk's the toxic thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sander obviously watched my Sperridge recent video where he said water actually dehydrates you. He's such a genius. He's such a genius.
Yeah. He's a special kind of guy.
Timo, hello, bought the cookbook yesterday. Even the pictures are tasty looking.
Ah,
Thank you, Timo. We really appreciate your kind support.
yeah, so much.
If you make any of the recipes and you post them on the gram, please do tag us because we love to see, don't we?
Please do.
Please.
We like to steal them for our marketing
Yes,
purposes.
free marketing.
And you know,
Shh, don't tell them.
oh no, not that thing I said. In other news though, the new cookbook, I got the draft back from the proofreader today, worked on that, sent it off to the editor, so it's in her hands, so it's really coming together. We're on schedule for the beginning of December, I think, to have it out, so it's very exciting.
Oh, god damn. Pomo Dorino's in the house, good to see you. Chris is not up to a whole lot this week. I'm going to relax. Yes, well, if you've earned it, like you'll enjoy it, won't you? Do
What
you know
are we
what I mean?
doing this weekend?
I don't really know.
It's hard to plan anything at the minute because obviously lockdown, so you can't think, oh, I'll go out for a bite or I'll see some friends, so it's a bit more limited, like,
Yeah.
isn't it? We've got a nice local park that has a load of like ducks and geese and swans and all kinds of lovely birds, so we like going there sometimes, don't we? Hang out with some animals, so I was thinking let's do that, something to do to get us out of the blooming house.
Vegan metalheads in the house. A name I cannot pronounce. Cremogs. I hope Hench changes his theme tune to something less mellow at the turn of the decade. To dissipate all the hate from the bloody purists, you can't use decades from zero. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I like the sound of it. Majd is from Syria but living in Canada and it's really good here. Nice, that's good to hear. Obviously you've got our good friends Derek and Crystal of Simnet Nutrition up in Canada, haven't you? They seem to love it.
And those vegan guys, it was the real me, but it wasn't the real Hench.
I was going to say, like, what are you talking about? Oh, you've ruined it. Ruined it.
Well, you kept telling everyone it wasn't me, so I thought you were going to then say that now, so I thought I'll get in there first before you.
Get in.
Anyway, it was both
Why
of us.
is this black on this edge?
It's the pole.
That's weird. I don't get that.
You're weird.
No, there's some... What the hell is that?
Don't worry about it.
And do follow those vegan guys. They're lovely people, if you ask me. Andre, playing any new games on that sweet rig? No, I barely ever play games. If I do, I'm a little bit through the campaign on Doom Eternal. And I've done quite a bit of Skyrim. I've not really been on there for quite a while now. I went to this like other island that when I played it previously years ago, I didn't even know that was there. There's this whole other area I didn't even know about, which has been there. And you go through this sort of portal, which is through these books, and there's all these kind of extra interdimensional sort of beings. It's quite fun. Vegan Mooncats in the house. Good to see you, brother. Timo, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? What a great question. 5 years' time, we're going to be a lot better off financially. We're probably going to be somewhere warm or living in London and doing a lot of travelling in the colder months to warm places. And we're going to have a massive, highly successful, multifaceted business that's really brought veganism up to the next level and met people where they're at and helped to facilitate them and to inspire them to make the switch to veganism. That's going to be what's happened in 5 years. Anything to add, mate? Or just total agreement?
I mean, that sounds great. I'm one of these sorts of people who I don't really know what my purpose is like in life. You're really on track with your life and living your purpose, and I love my life.
I'm great.
You know, but I don't know what it is that I want to be doing, so I can't. It's hard for me to imagine in 5 years. But all the stuff you said, yeah, great. And I'll less imagine by then that I'd have figured out what's my USP. What is it that I want to bring to the world and give, and I'll be doing that.
Vegan Metalhead, no, that's not me. Those vegan guys was lovely to see you both. Never can tell these days. No, you can't tell. Particularly when I don't make it easy for you.
I was sitting here and I was sitting on the sofa and I was so laughing. I was like, it's me. And then you kept saying, oh no, it's not her.
Amiga 2K's in the house again from California. Great to see you again, my friend. Thanks for joining. Arya's in the house. Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, is it? Where in the world are you? How's the vegan scene?
I just realised.
Oh, you're becoming vegan by the looks. What?
You like going in people's chat rooms and trolling, you do? You like being silly and saying like, oh no, it's not the real Gemma. You blooming hypocrite.
Okay, can I get on with the stream now?
I'll allow it.
What is this all about? I don't understand where this is coming from.
Don't worry about it. Did anyone see our TikTok yesterday? It was well funny.
Mason Miller, did my super chat go through? No, it has not. Was that YouTube or Streamlabs? But we would have got a notification on either one had that have done so. So thank you, but no, I'm afraid that's not occurred. Those vegan guys, I completed Skyrim twice of that game, not as much as Final Fantasy VII, but still. What game did I play? I played a Final Fantasy. I think it was on the, I want to say the PlayStation 1. I had the old Chocobo racing, if that helps. Timo, planning on taking mushrooms anytime soon? Yes. I have been microdosing on a very regular basis. I do plan to do a heroic dose, but I don't know when. Maybe soon. See what learnings there are to be had. Tree huggers in the house. Andre, do you have any almost vegan products in your life that you haven't been able to cut out? Like 99.99% products.
What does that exactly mean?
So obviously that's not going to be food items, is it?
Things like matches.
Yeah. I mean, my bicycle will have several animal parts. It's just, and electronics, of course. Like, it's just impossible. Even old money in Britain has got tallow in it. You can't get away from it, basically.
Fairly recently, I discovered that some razor blades that we get, someone said, oh no, they're in the strip. It's like not vegan or something. So then I swapped to Superdrug's own brand because they fit the same handle and they're cruelty free. So that's something I never considered, that, you know, in the strip of the razor, whatever.
I effed up the other day. I bought some non-vegan baked beans. So Heinz sugar-free baked beans. They're not vegan. I did know that at one point, but because we don't buy a lot of processed
So rare,
things,
isn't it? Yeah.
you know, I'd just forgotten. That was years ago, the last time I thought about that. So, yeah, we'll have to give them away. So there's no, it's like some kind of flavouring or something. It's only in the sugar-free. It's like you get penalised for being a health-conscious vegan. What's that all about? Ridiculous. Oh yeah, what do you guys recommend for an athlete becoming vegan? How do you mean in terms of nutrition? Or what are you saying? So there's an excellent cookbook I can recommend. That's aimed at, you know, hard training athletes, but it's also based around whole plant foods, so it's also healthful as well, because a lot of people coming from, like, you know, sort of a gym rat kind of background, and they think in terms of a protein and then like a starch or whatever, and okay, they'll have a couple of you know, veggies or whatever, but like they try to replace macros with macros, and if you're eating healthily, the whole plant foods tend to be like a bit of protein, a bit of carbs, and some fat, you know, in varying ratios, so you can't necessarily just do this sort of straight swap and be so concerned on particular macronutrient ratios. In my experience, like anything can work. Like it's a little bit irrelevant to, you know, to say that, oh, I need to be 40-40-20 or whatever that might be. Like that's a bit silly and there's no need for it. And so what I do is I make sure I get the protein I want. So I shoot for 1.62 grams of protein per kilo of body weight for if I'm not trying to put muscle on, or if I'm in a caloric surplus, or if I'm trying to recomp or cut, I go for 2 grams of protein per kilo. And then on a cut, I aim for about 10% of my calories from fats. On a gaining cycle or a recomp, I'll aim for more like 25% of my calories from fats. And the remainder will be carbohydrate, and you'll have noticed it will be the majority of my calories will be carbs. Yeah, but people worry too much about specific macro ratios. Why is that camera not sorted
Because
itself
you're waving
out?
your hands around.
Oh God,
Doesn't like it. Focuses on your hands, I think.
that's frustrating.
Yeah, keep your hands down.
Will this help if I suddenly do this? Yes, it will. Right. Anything else to say? Vitamin D lowers your sex hormone binding globulin, so it raises your free testosterone. So, you know, but, you know, make sure you get all your nutrients. You know, B12, D3, you need to supplement. Maybe you don't need to supplement D3 in the summer months if you can get some sun in you, or if you know, live in somewhere where it's not harsh winters and you actually get sunlight, you know, near the equator there. Yeah, but nothing but a benefit to my sports performance going vegan. But of course, there's vegan and there's vegan. And if you ate, you know, biscuits / cookies, donuts, you know, potato chips, crisps, if you drank soda or beer, versus, you know, legumes and whole grains and nuts and seeds and kale, you know, it's a much different outcome.
Can we please speak to Annie Martin is saying, hi all, I'm going through a really heavy time at the moment. Please send some good energy my way. Really appreciate it. Big love.
Right, I'm sending some hench hearts.
You know the drill, everyone. Let's have some hearts, some love, some positive energy going towards Annie Martin.
Yes, please.
Sorry to hear that you're having a bad time of things at the moment. When you're in pain, pain convinces you of two things. One, that it will last forever, and two, that you're alone in that pain, and neither are true. It won't last forever. You can think back to anything you've ever felt, and you can see, well, I felt that then, but it changed. You know, positive feelings, negative feelings, let's call them. And also everything bad that you ever went through, like you got through it, you survived. So you will get through this time, and the pain even though it may be very convincing, it will not last forever. I promise you that. So lots of love.
Oh, Cherie's in the house. Good to see you, lovely. Omega 2K definitely needs more vegan restaurants. We're lucky in Norwich. We got voted the most, or we got awarded the most vegan city in the UK because of the number of restaurants per capita. PT's Ponderings in the house. Good to see you again. You've always got some great questions, so good to see you in the stream. Creomogs. I'm so sorry. Hi, Hench and Gemma. Would you be willing to tell all about the London trip dealings? Or else I'll call Interpol and tell them to investigate on the grounds of aid concern. It's some shady stuff. I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so I'm afraid I can't tell you. I can't tell you much. But suffice it to say that Gemma and I will be kind of the face of this new business, and there will be kind of a lot of content, you know, social media and like just broadcast. That'll be our main kind of involvement, but there'll be all sorts of other arms as well. It's a real clever, ambitious, timely, I think, project. I think the time's right, and it really will catapult veganism. It really will, and I can't say too much without giving the game away. I better leave it there. Anything else that you think we can say here?
Not really. No, we've said too much.
Omega 2K wants to do activism. Go for it. I mean, there's 1,000,001 ways to advocate. Most people think in terms of activism like, oh, you've got sort of accost people in the street or whatever, and a lot of people are not up for that. But you know, even wearing a t-shirt or sharing recipes or like don't go too heavy on social media with animals suffering, because everyone will unfollow you. But you know, just an odd thing like that, I recommend not having it too graphic though. But you know, there's a lot of different ways to. I'm interested in the chat, guys. Just tell me what ways that you advocate for veganism on a kind of regular basis. You know, I see this as activism. You know, I'm just sharing my knowledge and sort of showing how, you know, veganism is achievable. It's fine for an athlete. Like, there's nothing to worry about. You know, I like to talk about the health benefits. You know, that's my kind of wheelhouse. So that's what I focus on. But of course, you know, depending on your audience, if your audience has got a family, you might want to speak to the environmental aspects. You know, if they've got a heart, you might talk about the ethical stuff.
Oh dear.
Yeah, what do you guys do? Planet Sean Evans. New sub here. Oh, welcome, Sean. Thanks for joining. We really appreciate it. I'm loving the content and learning so much. Your wife's hair, it's gorgeous. Want blue hair, but my work doesn't allow it.
Aww.
Damn.
Thank you.
So where in the world are you, Sean? How long have you been vegan? How's the vegan scene where you are? And have you got any tracksuit bottoms on? You don't have to answer that last one. That's just me being silly. Don't think I'm a freak.
New
Sheree.
subscribers think you're a pervert.
Cherie's just turned 40 and finally on my path to where I want to be. First year student midwife.
Yeah, I guess there's no time limit. Like, oh, you know, people, you know, tell you when you're young, don't they? Oh, you've got to decide because you've got to go to college.
What a load of nonsense.
Who knows at that age?
What a load of complete nonsense. Yeah. I didn't find my purpose until like early 40s. So, and now I'm living my best life ever. And do you know what I mean? That feels so good to me, because I kind of suspected by middle age you start to think, oh, my physique's going south. My best years are behind me, but actually I've just found my purpose in life, so I'm so excited to see like what can I achieve and what can I create. You know, it's from a past of, you know, like Gemma was then saying, like when I was at school I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do. I was very disinterested in the topics they were teaching me, So, of course, I didn't apply myself. I thought I was an idiot. Teachers told me like I wasn't too like bright and whatever. And look at me now.
Yeah.
You know, you won't apply yourself. A lot of people will think that they're lazy, but what it is that the thing that they're doing isn't bringing them joy. So therefore, it's not bringing them energy. You know, if you find your passion, you won't be able to stop. You know, and luckily that's what I managed to do. But, you know, not till my middle ages. So instead of being a bit down, I'm actually really excited by life. So I'm grateful that I'm only finding it now, which may sound weird. Omega 2. Okay. Do you have any tips on vegan food when you're out all day and starving? Having trouble finding food that's not disgusting. So, you know, for us, we try to eat whole foods, plant-based, which depending on where you are in the world is not always easy. So we've historically tended to pack lunches to bring with us. I think that's the best bet. But other than that, like restaurants and stuff, we'll ring ahead, we'll tell them our dietary requirements, we'll say, can you sort out something for us? And people want your money, and we've not really struggled to get food.
Yeah, I'm wondering, I can't remember where you are in the world. It's like here, you can get a vegan sandwich in any shop now, anywhere. You can always get like bowls with quinoa and things, you know, in places like Marks and Spencer's and Tesco's, I think, and yeah. There's option. There's even like vegan sub now in Subway.
But my understanding was that California is pretty good for vegans. I mean, I guess it depends on exactly where you are. But what I would say is download the Happy Cow app. You know, it tells you all the vegan and vegan-friendly places, and it rates them as well, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's some good advice. Yeah, good words.
Good words. Right, I think we're miles behind. I wonder whether to skip forward a little bit. Vegan Realist is in the house. Petey's pondering. Hello, Paul and Gemma. What do you do when you're in a bad state of mind?
That is a great question.
He always has the best questions, which I guess is why he's got that name.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I do personally. Bad state of mind. It depends on the severity of the state of mind, if this makes sense. So if I just feel a little bit naff, but not terrible, I'm waving my hands now, just a little bit, I might think, okay, what can I do here to like change my state? Tony Robbins talks a lot about your body, what your body's doing. So standing and being in a way that's more positive and how you'd be if you felt good. I might do some deep breathing. I might like utilize like movement, like a walk or a bike ride. What else? I might put my bare feet on the ground outside. I might journal, things like that. I will try. But if I'm feeling really naff, let's say, really bad, and those sort of things just like will be good, but it's like it would be like I'm trying to make myself feel better when I feel really bad. Instead of trying too hard, I will go in the other direction, and I'll go and I'll like lay on the bed and I'll be unconditionally present with how I feel and not try and change it. So almost like a meditation where I'll shut my eyes, I'll ask myself, how do I feel? Okay, I feel like anxious. Where do I feel the anxiety? Where is it in my body? Like, what does it feel like? Is it like a heat or a tingling, or does it move? Does it intensify when I focus on it? And I will just do that practice of following it and being with however I feel as it changes. And I can do that for 10 minutes, for an hour, just however long, just being really unconditionally present with myself. And in that way, I'm not trying to feel better. I'm trying to give my feelings what they want, which is to be felt. And that is, for me, the quickest way, let's say, to feel better, even though I'm not trying to feel better. Does that make sense? That's what I do.
Good words. So, you know, it's rare that I'm in like a really bad place, but of course we all have our ups and downs. But for me, you know, I allow that for a minute. I think, like Jim is saying, kind of what you resist persists. So I feel it. But then, like, I try to reframe it, and I think, like, is this deadly? Is this going to kill me? Is this like the end of the world, or does it just seem bad from this current position? Because, you know, a lot of things that we stress about are really, on the scale of things, F all. And, you know, if you suddenly found out that you or a loved one had cancer, you'd very quickly think, what the hell was I concerned about, like this, you know, and this would be all consuming, and you know, you would have something to worry about. Do you know what I mean? So I try to practice gratitude, and I think, you know, I eat well, I move, I meditate, I've started having cold showers in the morning. I think all of that kind of stuff as well is CBD oil, you know. You know, my life has come to a really good place, but also I am doing all these practices. So I think through a bit of both, you know, happily, I don't tend to have, you know, a bad state of mind very often, or particularly like a very, very bad one.
Yeah, I really like what you said there. Yeah, I'd say that as well. Like, reframing and asking yourself, okay, like in a week from now, in a month from now, this thing that I'm worrying about, or this way that I feel, or thing, you know, this thing that's troubling me, will it even be on my radar? You know, yeah, and gratitude, like, so if you're feeling really grateful for something or someone, you can't feel like fear at the same time as feeling gratitude, or whatever, you know, the emotion is like. So if you can get yourself in a really grateful space, that's really helpful. And like with depression, if you, instead of focusing on yourself and what's going on internally, if you switch your focus to how can I serve, how can I help, what can I do for someone else, or who can I support, like huge. or yeah, what can I do outside of myself, that's really important for depression. There's so many things. I think it depends exactly where you are, what you're going through. One thing I'm just thinking now is like, so for one person, the path where they're at, it might be the best for them to, instead of focusing so much on themselves, to focus outwards on others. But for somebody else, from where they're at, the right path for them might be to focus more on them, because they usually focus more externally. So it's like so individual based on where people are at as to what maybe they should do, you know. But there's so many tools out there, so many different things that you can try out for yourself and think, okay, well, you know, maybe I'll try journaling for a month and see what that's like, or whatever, you know. I think we should try things out and see how it is for us.
Nice. Yeah. Just remember this story. So one of the sort of worst things that's happened in like recent months was had my bike stolen. I'd never had a bike stolen before, and I just got this bike, and I was really pleased with it. I got it at a steal, although it was still like very expensive, but I got it for, you know, a lot of money off. And it was beautiful and bright green, and I just really loved this bike. I was really enjoying it, and I didn't have it 5 minutes. And someone locked our bikes together, and instead of going through the frame, went round my frame, and it was a not a D-lock, like a wire. And someone nicked it. They just basically like opened it up and pulled the bike through and just went off of it, because Gemma's bike was still locked up. And you know, we weren't doing terribly well financially at the time, and I was really gutted that, you know, it's this new bike that I really love, but I just decided in that moment that I'm going to be all right with it, and I'll just get another bike and whatever. And yeah, I managed to just not even bat an eyelid. And the reason this bike was so cheap was it was kind of the end of a line kind of thing, and that was the only one in the shop at the time. I went back to the shop. They had one more come in, and it was the last ever one. And so the next minute I had the same bike again. It was like it never went. And
what about when we were
right.
walking?
Yeah. I meant to say that. Yeah. So I'll let you say it.
Well, we were walking home, so you had to go and get a taxi.
Yeah. So straight after it got nicked. Yeah.
And we walked past a homeless person setting up. Oh, I feel really sad.
Yeah. Just with his cardboard boxes in a doorway, shop door, with a sleeping bag. And I just thought to myself, like, I've got a roof over my head, I've got warmth, like, you know, I could be this poor guy, you know. And it just, and immediately I knew it was like we just had this little chat, and the next second that happened, And it was like the universe was showing me, yeah, you're right not to be concerned about that. There's nothing.
You said something like along the lines of, well, what have I got to complain about? At least I'm not him, you know. It could be much worse, you know. Yeah, not. I didn't mean that in a like negative way,
of course.
But like, yeah, at least I have a home, you know, and this poor guy doesn't, you know.
Yeah, bless him. Yeah. Woo! Those vegan guys, we've had every console going until a couple of years ago, and they were on Steam with a gaming PC. What games are you into now then? What games are you into, guys? Timo, Heroic Dose on stream, that'd be next level. I don't think that would work too well. Angry Vegan, will you live stream on the stream? So I've done quite a few when microdosing, more often than not in recent months. I wouldn't do a stream on a heroic dose. You know, the purpose for me of doing this stuff is to go inwards and to heal, and I don't think it would be. I don't know how much YouTube would enjoy the content either. Like, they're a bit cagey on DRUGSs.
I think there might have been a super chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Super chat. Karen Lovigan, you lovely soul, kindly donated $5 UK. My kids love you too. Ah. Night, Mikey. Night, Ethan.
Good night.
Ah, little vegans. Ah. Thanks for watching, Mikey and Ethan. Sleep tight. You're good people. You're good vegan babies. Let's have a round of applause for Mikey and Ethan. Vegans, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I think I'm going to skip forwards, because if we're too far back in the chat, it's not so interactive and people get fed up. If I miss your comment or question, don't swear about me. Just pop it back in the chat now and I'll see it.
I'll go back and see if there's anything that I should comment on, because I think I haven't.
Nutritionists in the house. Sarama, that's you. Amiga 2K, I was kidnapped at 4. That's just the beginning of my life story. Wow, that's not the best start, is it? Bloody hell.
You've been through a lot. I've seen another couple of things you've said, which I'm now coming to, and it sounds like you've been through a lot of things. So I hope that you have plenty of support in your life to help you to process everything that you've been through.
Jamie Isbit, I always tell my kids to stop worrying about what you don't have and to make the most of what you do. Yeah, that's huge. That's really huge. Vegan Gosling, good to see you. I've always tried to think there's someone out there that has it most. Yeah, exactly. Vegmet Codbods in the house. Hey Gemma, is @Gemma your real screen name?
You mean like in the chat? If I've said anything in the chat, that's me.
She's got a blue. She's blue with a wrench.
Yeah, there's a little photo of me. That's me.
Vegan Gosling, any good exercises to strengthen my back? Tell me more about your particular reason for wanting to strengthen your back, or needing to, like a lumbar or further up, or give me some more info. Stacey Langley, are you enjoying the cold showers? Hell yes, been doing them for a few months. Think they're amazing. Yeah, I think I'm going to do them. In fact, I am going to do them every morning. So first one was yesterday. It was a bit of a trial. Today, honestly, it went too quick and I was disappointed. So, go figure, that's amazing. Samalam's in the house. Samalam and Salamander, what up? Just cooling down after 40 minutes of Pilates and doing 30-minute spin. How are we all? Are you feeling better, Gemma?
Oh, lots better, thank you. Yeah, we were commenting on this today. I was so sick, like so ill, but like 3 days later, other than just being a bit tired, I'm absolutely fine. And I don't get like flus and viruses or whatever really so much anymore, but if I do, God, I get over them so quick, from the point of being so ill to so quick, you know? My body is just like, it breaks down for a day or so, and I'm all achy and just have to lay in bed. And then like a couple of days later, I'm fine. And before, if one of us got something, we'd both get it. And it's not that way anymore, is it? You haven't been ill for ages.
No.
So,
no, we're really... I want to say we're really lucky, but I think we live a healthy lifestyle, so... Yeah. What do you expect? Pete's Pondering's got a great a great question. Paul and Gemma, here's something. There are 2 buttons. One blue one will allow dogs to talk. The orange one will allow cats to talk. You can only press one. Which button do you press and why? Shall we press one each, different ones?
Yeah.
Historically, I would have said orange, because I've always had cats. But yeah, I don't really want to keep cats going forwards, being that they're voracious little carnivores.
I think my answer will be whichever out of the 2, whichever with cats or dogs, whichever there are the most of domesticated, if that makes sense, in the homes in the world.
Yeah, so that they can say when they need to be met or not. That makes sense.
And like people tend to eat. Do people eat cats in places like China? Ugh. Okay.
I will say dogs, because I think going forwards I'll probably have more dogs in my life, if anything, and it'd be good to be able to help them to live a happier life.
Annie Martin is saying that saying 16 years with my husband, we have now separated, so that's why she's struggling.
That's hard.
That's a long time.
Super hard.
That is such a huge life change. So I can understand why you feel like your life's turned upside down. But yeah that's one of the most challenging things that we can go through, isn't it? Breakup.
It's like a bereavement, isn't it? And it takes a long time. Is it meant to be like for every year? It takes like another month to sort of come to terms with properly and get over it.
Yeah, it sounds
Some
familiar.
number I've heard bandied about.
Yeah.
To truly get over it.
So be kind to yourself and don't expect yourself to feel different how you feel, and get all the support you need. And I'm glad you've come in here to chat and you're just being honest about where you're at, because that can be really liberating sometimes. If we feel really naff, just to say, oh, I feel really naff and this is why, and just say that to people as often as you can, like how you feel.
Super chat. Pencil wielder, you lovely person. Connie donated $20 US. That's really generous. No question. There's our lovely fitness pair, and he's just admiring himself in the mirror. Thanks for being you. What a lovely thing to say.
Thank you. It's very
no comment, no question. Sorry, just supporting their local neighbourhood vegan YouTube. So add the kindness of that. Have we chatted before, Pencil wielder? Do you remember that? I don't think I remember the name. Am I going mad? Have we chatted before?
It's a great name.
If not, who are you? Where are you? What are you up to? Why are you such a lovely person? And how's the vegan scene where you are? Right, I'll go back a little ways.
Can we please all send some love? Some love to Castle Suds. Not been online for ages, not been well with mental health. So it sounds like you also need some love. So can we have some more love hearts in the chat, please, for Castle Suds?
I'm putting hench hearts.
Put hench hearts.
They're the best ones.
Yeah.
They're worth 10 normal emoji hearts.
We all need a bit of help with our mental health and a bit of support sometimes. Just the same as physical health, It's just like, I think mental health isn't talked about so much as physical. People might say, oh yeah, like eat some good food for your, body or whatever, but it's much more rare that we say, well, what are you doing for your mental health,
Yeah.
Yeah, support stuff.
Vegan Godding, it's mid-back. Rode my car in 2009 and back has been weak since. Most diets helped a lot. Yeah, it's great for that. So, you want to be doing some sort of hip extension stuff, like deadlifts or hyper extensions, that sort of thing. But obviously, start really light and really nail your form. Like that's going to be really key. Because if you get it wrong, so if you do it well, like your muscles become like sort of scaffolding almost around the spine. But if you do it wrong with poor form, then you just put your back at risk and you risk hurting it. So, really nail that form. Well, I would say to work with a professional for a good while and keep an eye on, perhaps video your form from time to time. Just don't be in a rush to go up in weight. That would be the main thing, really. That would be the main thing. And to balance that, you want to work the transverse abdominis at the front. Laterally underneath the abs, across the hips there is the transverse abdominis, which sort of has the effect of pulling the stump, the gut in, and so you need that strong as well relative to the sort of back there. So just sort of holds the spine good, and you're not sort of too strong in one way and not working the antagonists. Karen, Omega 2K saying double laminectomy is going to happen. What's a laminectomy? I'm not very clever. Back of the vertebrae. Okay, so that's from a compression injury. Oh, well, yeah, that sounds a little harsh. I hope that works out well for you and you get relief.
Yeah, best of luck with that.
Yeah. Kerrigan loves ice baths, Wim Hof style. That must be like twice as harsh, at least, as a shower.
Yeah.
Benny Green's in the house. My good friend Benny Green. Nice to see you. Nike Ra, do yoga. It's amazing for the mind, body, and soul. Yeah, it's good stuff. Jamie is a bit. Being the only vegan in the house and a dad, my children like to make fun of me while being vegan by shoving meat in my face. How would you handle this situation besides explaining about animal suffering?
How old are they? It's one thing I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a funny one, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've not had children, so I'm not really the best authority.
Yeah, I'm wondering, it might depend based on like their sort of age, perhaps. I mean, the main thing I'm sort of thinking is just to be really honest about how it makes you feel when they do that. So, like, one thing is like telling people facts and information is really, really important, and then I think it's good to pair that with talking about our experience, like how we feel, because people can't argue with that. You know, if you say, oh, when you do that, it makes me feel really upset, because it reminds me of, whatever you want to say, I don't know. But yeah, if it's your story, they can't say, oh, that's not true, because it's how you feel, and maybe you could question them, like, about why they're doing it. Like, you could maybe ask them, why are you doing that? And we'll say, oh, it looks like maybe you think that's like funny, and but it really isn't funny for me. Just like an honest conversation, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
It's a funny one. Benny Green, do you ever go running? No, years of heavy weight training has left me big and dysfunctional, so I can't. I'll go for a nice bike ride though instead.
Oh, Chris Grant is saying he's not been feeling as snazzy recently
Oh
either.
man,
He's had his car stolen.
he's been really nice to me lately as well.
He's a great
sending
guy.
me weights through the post.
Yeah, his car got stolen. Sorry to hear that, Chris.
Yuck.
That really sucks. Yeah.
I'm sending you some hench hearts.
Yeah.
I hope they help in some small way. You're a great guy and you didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to skip forward a little touch. Vegan meat cat would choose a farmed animal such as a cow so they can tell people to get the hell off them and their families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ UK earlier on was saying that they take a cold shower when they get a migraine. Works a treat.
Yeah.
Something good to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good to know.
Right, I'm looking more for questions now, just so I can keep up with everything. Dave, Charles, hi Paul and Gemma. Paul, have you heard of something called static contraction? Yes, we can build your body for about 6 minutes a week. Time investment. If so, have you tried it? No, I don't believe that would work very well. If not, like pro bodybuilders and people would be doing it, and no one is. I think that's very gimmicky. I remember a book about it. Like it came out years and years and years ago. But I don't trust it. I've not done it, so I can't say. But I would be surprised if it was any cop. Adam Collett's in the house. Good to see you. And Red Trooper. Good to see you again. They got all the love. That's beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of love tonight.
Vegan vocalist. Gemma, you're so sweet. You're both lovely and a perfect match. You give me hope with us to making other gentle vegan connections. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was nice. Anastasia, hi guys, I have a few certificates in plant-based nutrition. I've got an opportunity to start my own practice. Do you think it's okay to call myself a nutritionist? Yeah, there's no legal requirement for a nutritionist.
God, there's a lot of chat tonight. I'm finding it hard to keep up.
Amiga 2K, what you could do is look for a gym with a belt squat, aka a pit squat. Or you can potentially even arrange it yourself. So, I mean, this is, you have to be a little bit careful, but so you'd want to be standing on two small kind of benches, and then you'd have a dip belt around your waist and the weights hanging between your legs. And in that way, you can be loaded on your quads, but not compressing your spine, if that makes sense. There's better setups at good gyms, and we've got a specific, I think they call it a pit squat machine, or some people call it a belt squat. But basically, the weight is on your hips rather than your spine.
Is it childish that I laughed when you said hang your weight between your legs?
Yes.
Oh.
When YouTubers come in the room, I normally say do subscribe to them, but I can't say that this time because You Did It Wrong is more of a carnivore channel, I guess. I've never actually watched, so I got it wrong before. I said that she was anti-vegan, but she told me she's not an anti-vegan. But anyway, we got on well on their emails and whatever, so whatever. But welcome to this stream. Don't subscribe to her, she's not vegan.
I think I might have seen that Michelle Lowe is in here as well at some point.
And hi Michelle Lowe.
Yeah.
You did it wrong. Love your hair, Gemma. It really makes your eyes pop.
That's very kind. Thank you.
What a lovely
Getting
compliment.
all the compliments on my hair. I learned a trick. If anyone uses fashion colours, they were washing out so quick. And then I learned if you wash your hair with cold water, they don't wash right out after like one wash. So that's just really made my day. That has, because it was a lot of maintenance. Just top tip for any girls out there.
Can I just say a little something? Like, I don't want to get wrong with anyone. I really don't. I've done all that. Do you know what I mean? I've done all, like, getting wrong with people, duffing them up, like, being, like, angry and shouting at people and just... I don't want that anymore. I just want to get on with everyone. I'd rather give everyone a cuddle. And it's just a bit of a shame. So if You Did It Wrong... And believe it or not, Frank Tofano, we sometimes chat on email. We get on all right. Let me just sort this camera out.
Because we waved our hands around.
And can I just say, this will sound bonkers because obviously I do these response videos or whatever, but I hate this tribalism and this them against us like thing. And before, out of fear and hate, you know, I would be anti certain people. And now, okay, I'm anti these people, but it's from a place of love because I know about what eating animals does to health. I see what animals go through to end up on our plates, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I see like the environmental devastation. So I'm having to act against my true essence, like my higher self, and it don't sit well with me. And I love you. You did it wrong. I love you. Just want to say that.
Causes you a lot of inner turmoil.
Inner turmoil's the word. Why isn't this camera good? Come on.
There you go.
This one's a bit more up to date, isn't it? Right, that's fixed.
I'm holding this cat just a little bit longer than he really wants, but he's not complaining too much, so keep holding him.
Chris Grant, dysfunctional, is that because you have so much mass or because of joint damage? A bit of both. I do need another surgery on my right knee because I had a meniscus surgery years ago, but they botched it. They did it wrong. They botched it, and there's still a bit that needs cutting out. And that was in my meat eating days. And then I went whole foods plant based, and then of course it's a lot more anti-inflammatory. And so I manage now, so I kind of forget that it's there. But you know, you're walking around on that or running on it, you know, will be causing harm, and you know, over time that wouldn't be good. But yeah, like injured my back years ago when I was 21 actually, deadlifting, kind of herniated the disc, and I have to manage that. And yeah, just being bigger, yeah, just to do much in the way of running and things, like I would be just in a lot of pain, or quite a bit of pain. So yeah, I just seek not to do it now. It's why I don't do martial arts either. Like I just, at a certain point, you just want to be comfortable and functional and well, and you don't worry about, well, you kind of go off violence as you get a bit older, or certainly as you go vegan, perhaps. Vegan Gosling, did you hear that Lifting Vegan Logic is going to interview John Venus? Might be interesting. No, I didn't hear that. Am I subscribed to him? I don't know if I am. Maybe I should. Which channels do you guys watch and enjoy? There you go. Or sub. Amiga TK, you can't look like you without hard work. Thank you for saying that. That's very true. Srama, did you hear what's happening in Denmark on the mink fur farms and co? It's all across Europe, isn't it? So there was, yeah, COVID, you know, the virus that's affecting humans currently has moved over into mink. I think there's two places now, isn't there? Denmark and then somewhere else, Spain. But yeah, they're all having to be cold, which is obviously horrible. I saw the poor little things. They're so cute. They're in tiny little cages, tiny, tiny cages. What a miserable life. So at least they'll get that over and done with. They would be murdered anyway. So hopefully the fact that they'll now lose so much money will mean that they all go out of business, the sick bastards. Tree Hugger, any ideas for reducing inflammation in the joints, knees, elbows, and handa? Yeah, so whole foods plant-based diet, balance your omega-3 and 6. So you want no more than 4-to-1 in favour of omega-6 in your diet. Lots of greens, you know, like alkaline forming foods. That'll be the main thing, and that should do it for most people. If you find there's not enough of relief, you can add in CBD oil. There's a link below for 30% off my discount code for Honest Hemp, who I'm an ambassador for. That's really good. Emphasize as well anti-inflammatory herbs and spices, things like turmeric with black pepper, ginger's really good. Yep, that sort of stuff. Well, that's just jumped. Come on. How are we doing time-wise? Oh, we've done our hour.
We've just
done it.
did.
We've just now done it. Okay, right, we better sign off and go and do some other things. Thanks everyone for joining, especially you did it wrong. I'm sorry we're on different teams and we have to, it's all a bit weird. I don't want it to be weird. I just want to cuddle everyone.
Shall we finish on a fun question?
Yeah, fun me up, baby. Fun me up.
PT's Ponderings.
He's great.
If you got 500k subscribers, would you sing It's Raining Men while wearing hot pants and a halter top?
Sure, why not? Make it happen. Share my videos, everyone.
I will also do it.
Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I really love each and every one of you. Thanks to moderators for keeping us troll-free.
Yeah.
Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on our toast.
The walls from the door.
And the camera's rolling. If you want to support the channel, there's the book is half price, channel membership, Patreon, money off, protein and vitamins, CBD oil, clothing. It's all down there.
Waving your hands, you make
It's all down there. Are we blurry again?
Yeah. It's because you keep waving your hands around.
Sorry, everyone.
Let me, I keep doing it.
Keep still. Is it doing it? It's not doing it.
Let's get a bit close.
There it is.
Let's get a bit
There we are. If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of our community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified of new videos. We'll be back on again Monday, 6 p.m. GMT. We're on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at that time. Set a reminder on your phone. YouTube won't tell you. They're bloody useless.
Can I say 2 things?
Yes.
But not 3 things.
Not 3 things.
If you're having
Never.
a challenging time of things at the minute, take care of yourselves. Yeah, come over and connect with us on the gram. And also, we've got a Discord server or channel, however you say
Discord
it.
server, yes.
For, people that are channel members, Patreons. Yeah, I imagine you know the link by now. And
I must apologise. So I got my new computer set up, as you know. Forgot about Discord, and I've not had it on the computer.
Same. On
So I'll install it now, and I'll remember to check on there. So sorry we've not been on there.
Yeah, it's gone really quiet on there, and that's our bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be more active on there. So yeah, come over and chat. And what else to say?
That's it, I think. Yeah, follow us on the gram, Hench_Herbivore.
Gemma_Herbivore.
And that's your lot.
That's all you're getting from us.
And he's asking where's the Discord link. So the Discord is specifically for channel members and Patreons. But someone did say maybe we should open it up to more people, so it's busier. So I wonder whether we might do that going forward.
It's just nice to have it as a perk, because
yeah,
it's nice that we can offer some perks for channel members, so that they can feel that it's worth the money that they donate. So
Yeah.
I guess we could ponder on that some more.
I'll do a Paul's Ponderings in honour of Petey's Ponderings.
Yeah, I had the word pondering on the brain.
Yeah. Right, I think that's it. Thanks for joining, guys. See you again on